Hey, good morning. I'm back in for a Saturday. I got nothing better to do. That's all this is. So listen up. People are beginning to realize that they've made a mistake thinking that Trump is going to make the America great again. I don't know that it wasn't great beforehand, but that's just my opinion. Um, Having been able to take advantage of the things that were there for me and having lived in this country I lived there for 60 some odd years before I moved down to Colombia 20 years ago. Uh, I did that for my wife. I never would have done that had I not been married. That's definite. I didn't even know what Colombia was like until I got married. I didn't never entered my mind whatsoever. But anyhow, 56% of the people disagree with the Trump's attitude towards the economy. Surprise. It's a little late to do that now. You've been screwed. Deal with it. There's nothing anybody can do now. You've pretty well been screwed beyond anything anybody else can do. It's I'm doing a little house cleaning while I'm talking to you here. Um, it's going to get worse. It's not going to get better. Will it ever come back? I don't know. It didn't in his first term. You know, of course, he wasn't going around dismantling everything. You won't be able to, in another couple of months, you won't be able to find out from the news media what the economy is like or anything because there won't be any news media. He'll go into full censorship mode soon because he can't. His ego and the little guy, the shit from Tesla is the same way. He doesn't care what you think of him, and he's going to do what he wants to do, and that's the way that's it. That's the end of it. So I don't even think about it. All right, he's they've taken over the IRS. There's a lot of articles coming up about that. That's more about his total dictatorship policy that he wants to get into, and you have to understand that instead of using secret police and whatnot, and your neighbors snitching on you, he doesn't have to do that anymore. He can just look up everything. Uh, the IRS is a way of penalizing you without him having to use the military or anything else to come after you. Um, it's a it's one of the things that scares the hell out of a lot of people, and tries to keep him in line. There's a lot of little things he's doing to try and keep you in line, keep you from protesting. And today's protests don't have to be physical; they can be done online, and that's what he's gonna try and stop you from doing. He wants to scare the living shit out of you. It's working. Uh, his posting on social media, be careful what you post because apparently it can affect your job. You can be fired for posting negative crap on social media, which is nothing new really. I mean, you can lose a college scholarship by what you post on social media. So that's not a new attack on you. That's just enhancing it somewhat, making life even more difficult for you. Now you see all the argument about the tariffs on liquor and whatnot, and how imported liquor is going to be hard to get. Trump doesn't care about that, and neither does Musk. Musk's a drug addict. He's hooked on ketamine, and Trump doesn't drink at all. He's just fucking wacky. That's the way he is. There's nothing that's got nothing to do with alcohol. You know, he doesn't get hangovers and stuff like that. Uh, apparently, Musk gets some sort of drug hangover every once in a while that causes him problems. Um, ketamine is I'm not sure if it's completely illegal or not. I don't know. I've been trying to look it up and I can't find its legal status. But I have to assume that since it's an incapacitator, it's used for sedatives, you know, and he says it helps him think clearer. I don't. I'm sorry. That's not what the drug is designed to do. It's designed to fog you, you know, so you forget what you are, and it doesn't bother you as much, you know. Um, I'm Musk is, you know, more and more like Himmler every day. You know, is Hitler's right hand man. I just see a lot of bad things in the future. You know, I probably won't be here for it all. You know, the worst they can do to me is probably 2 years in jail before I die. You know, and just deprive my family of an income and what have you, which would just, you know, I wish I was younger. You know, I'd I'd really be taking it to the streets with these people. You know, don't think I'd be going to jail. I might get shot, but I don't think I'd be going to jail. Anyhow, um, that's what he's up to. I think that the best way to attack Musk and Trump is through the economy. Um, I don't mean bringing smuggling items into the United States or anything like that. And I'm not saying that. I'm saying that don't spend money on Elon. You know, it's working with Tesla. Tesla's, you know, is a useless company, but they need to do with all of it. You know, you need to stop the flow of money from the government to Elon. I don't know how you do that because your representatives just aren't going to give a shit one way or the other. Uh, but be careful about protesting because that's what Trump wants. First of all, he wants the ability to shoot and kill you. All right, he's been searching that for a while. Uh, secondly, he will use that to install a martial law, which will allow him to shoot and kill you. And you don't want to see that either. Um, so be careful out there. There's a lot of crap going on, you know. But if we go after Musk through financials, uh, and if you find out ketamine is a prescription drug, you got to find out the doctors that are writing those prescriptions. It's probably RFK or somebody like that writing prescriptions for him, and cut him off and watch him. He'll go nuts. Won't take long. Apparently, he's very dependent upon this drug, and I wasn't aware of that. And I'm seeing a lot now that I'm watching him. I'm seeing a lot of indications that he is stoned a lot of the time. And this is a leader of the organization that's making all these cuts and stuff to our programs. You know, I don't see. I understand certain things about the economy that if you keep screwing with people and they don't have the money, it doesn't make any difference how much you charge for something. They're not going to buy it. They're not going to be able to afford it. Uh, And that's what he's doing. He's putting people out of work. When you put people out of work, they have to go. I'm not sure if what do you call it? People, civil service people can collect unemployment or not. I mean, there was a point in time when my mom uh, couldn't get it because she was selective. She was a civil service. She doesn't get she couldn't get Social Security either because she was selective service and they had their own pension. I don't know how that worked. I don't know whether I didn't understand everything back then, and I still don't understand it now. But there's a lot of stuff that we don't understand that's coming around and that needs to be addressed. Uh, but I don't think that they're going to address. There's nobody to address it. I'm beginning to think that the one person that might stand up for us is AOC, and until it depends if she can handle the pressure that's going to come at her from all sides. Because she wasn't well liked before by liberals or whatever. She's considered an outlaw from the establishment. Um, and the Democrats is all about the establishment now. And that's the other thing. Yeah, Schumer just sold everybody out, and I don't know what they're going to do about that because he's there for the next year or two, I think, before they can get him voted out or something like that. I don't even know whether they'll be able to do it then, because I don't think there's going to be a lot of free elections left, But it's like this one organization that's telling everybody to run locally. It's telling all the young people, go out and do it. Run locally, be a dog catcher, be whatever it takes, but hold an office locally. And that's a small start, learn how things work and try to be a governor or something like that. I want to know what the first state that tries to secede from the United States based upon Trump's policy. And that's when the real fun will start, you know. See, one of the things I know is that fighting a conventional war, um, even if you're fighting it on your home territory where you theoretically can just go to the corner store and get ammunition and stuff like that. That's theoretically not what actually happens, but uh, it's different, a civil war today would be different than a civil war was when it first came about, back in the 1800s. Uh, we have more people with guns than we did back then. Uh, High quality guns, not homemade guns, Uh, military grade weapons that can be converted to fully automatic weapons in a matter of minutes. Uh, a lot of ammunition being stored everywhere besides the National Guard armories and everything else, Uh, people are storing it in their basement. So that's a issue. But like I said, I have to start. There's two things I'm going to try and check out before over the weekend here. One is the ketamine being legally, and two, what is the what actually is martial law? What would he be able to do and not do under martial law? Uh, and I don't know what his health is. Mental acuity is not there. You can't argue. No politician can debate anymore. It's all prearranged bullshit, you know. Questions are given in advance. There's no such thing as a true debate anymore. But we'll have to see what happens down the road, you know. I mean, not too far down the road because you don't have a lot of time with this crap going on. You really don't, you know, and that's a sad, sad thing, but that happens to be the way things are. All right, listen. As you could probably tell, this hasn't been one of my better mornings, but I will be back maybe tomorrow, maybe not. But look for me. I'm going to post a couple of videos the rest of the weekend, I think, because I want my regular people that were over there to come over and watch me live now and see what happens. You know, I had a lot of stuff going on here, and I don't. I don't get a lot of. I don't get a lot of things going on anymore. You know, I'm getting older. Um, I'm getting fatigued. I'm not getting losing my thought processes. I'm just getting fatigued. And if it wasn't for my little girlfriend over here, you can just see her ear right right about there. You know, the bottom of the screen, and it's my left hand side of the bottom of the screen. You get to see her ear sticking up as she's grooming herself this morning. She's like a cat. But that if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't get out of bed. It's too friggin' depressing, you know. Um, Take into the fact that I sleep late, so all my friends are all gone in the mornings now. I don't see my friends when I walk Lucy anymore. So it's just me and Lucy, and I talk to her. I like her. She almost understands me. I think, you know. All right, that's it. See you guys whenever.